idea got us right here. One idea got us to this bush right here.
Oh, live now. Yeah,
No, we're not live. We're
I know.
recording.
We're recording. We're recording. So I'm gonna turn this torch off in like 30 seconds. But hi, everybody.
Well,
I'll
no,
let
no,
y'all
no.
talk.
I'll do my intro. You're good. We won't start yet.
Oh, you're just recording now. I forget you have that. I did remember though when I was at home. I guess I could do the Be Live recording even through the mobile, right? And you can go back and edit it.
Yeah.
Thought so.
And see, that was another thing too. What I really wanted us to work on is have our own shows. Like you do your reviews. I wanted to do something like sports related here shortly. I've been getting really into like hockey stats and stuff. I wanted to do something hockey related. I think it'd be kind of fun.
Okay, let's go. Shoot it.
You ready?
Shoot it. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Why not? I might light
Good
up again.
morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. And whatever else Jim Carrey says in that show. This is another episode with Phil and Pete. This is Conversations with Phil and Pete. Adventures on Phil and Pete on Facebook. This episode is brought to you by Raw Rolling Papers and the butane gas that is used for the marijuana that Pete smokes. So, Coleman. So,
Coleman.
shout out to Coleman. Shout out to Raw Rolling Papers. Whenever Pete needs to get high, he rolls one up and gets smoked.
Correct.
What's up, everyone?
Whenever I need to light my glass pipe to hit my concentrate, brought to you by Coleman. All the YouTube fishermen. Think Pig Patrol, Milliken. Thanks, buddies. Buy in bulk. Anyways, I'm doing good. I'm really stoned now.
That's good.
It took us about 7 or 8 minutes to get ready for this. I'm comfortable saying before we
Yeah,
started recording.
yeah.
And I'm gonna torch on the whole time. I mean, I
Ooh,
turned it off for a brief moment. I thought we were gonna get going, and I kicked it right back on. So I've been off today, and I'm really high right now. Let's talk, dude. How have you been? Fuck, I think I've
I've been
talked to you
good.
once.
Yeah, it's I don't realize how much like me and you actually talk all the time, and then like whenever I'm like, oh, what's Pete doing? And then I go, oh, he's busy. He's traveling or he's doing
Yeah.
this, and then I just kind of like let it be, just like, oh, he's busy. He needs to do his thing.
Let it be.
Um, but then like whenever you're back or I'm back or whatever, it's kind of like, man, why hasn't that motherfucker hit me back yet? Like, where is he? Where is
Right?
this guy?
Fuck, must
Where
be a
is this
long
guy?
porn video. Jeez.
Yeah. Like,
Heck
if he's
yeah.
still watching Pornhub, um, it's crazy, But it's good to hear from you. I'm glad you're back in town. Glad you were able to hang out with the family, say hi to mom,
Yeah.
and do some things for mom and for yourself and your family. So that's really good to hear, man.
You got it. I fucking loved it, dude. I needed to go home. I had to go home. It's more of I had to go home. And the opportunity to see my sisters and see my dad, it was something else. And be with my dad when he needed me. That's the biggest thing is be with my dad when he needed me. It was amazing. A lot of the weekend it ended up being dedicated to my mom. I ended up getting a new tat. You know, I don't know what
We can
some
show
of
it.
that. Yeah,
I can throw it on here if you really want us
yeah,
to.
it's all right. I mean, it's no problem.
There you go.
You
Ooh, look
know,
at that. I
just
like that.
a little bit of some from my mom. My sister's got the same thing. There's a little bit. It's a little bit smaller, and then my older sister's got my mom's name next to the set of arrows, and my other sister's got the last name and a purple butterfly. So they've added a little bit to theirs. Maybe I'll add a little bit to mine later on, man. But I'll be honest with you, brother. Like this one really quick before I talk into the specs of the tattoo. It was my cousin that gave it to me, so my mom's niece.
That's awesome.
So it was a. If I'm right, it's the first piece that she's done for a cousin. Well, that circle had finally gone broken. My mom's the first child to pass that there was older, my grandparents had in the upwards of 14, 15 children, but two
Yeah.
or three passing right out of the womb, or
Yeah.
within at a very, very young age. So, but my mom's the first at all of them. Kind of like my uncle said it at the funeral. Yelena Man said, the circle's broken now, in the sense of, mom's gone, you know but my cousin was able to do it, and if I'm right, it's the first one she's done for, a cousin, remembering an aunt or an uncle, her aunt or uncle. It was a pleasure to have her do it. It's something my mom would have wanted, to have her do. So thank you, Adriana. I love you, and you're a great artist. I would have never thought, thinking back in the day, to where you are now, seeing how much time and effort and just everything that comes with tattooing, dude. Fuck sakes, brother. It's a lot. It's
I
a
have a
lot.
lot of them. How do you think I feel?
Yeah, well, not only getting them, and I got up and I was all fucking never again. I'm not gonna say never again. I'm being a pussy. Everybody knows that I used to be on the syringe. I used to be on the syringe. Everybody, for diabetes, but I've weaned myself off. But that initial poke right there, brother. Nobody likes that little tingle. I man through it all the time when I had to because I was used to it, but I got used to that. I knew it was just going to be a very, very, very tiny, tiny, very insta second that it was just going to be pain. Tattoos to me is that pain the whole time. I don't want to feel that shit the whole time. God damn, fuck all that, you know? Um, but not only getting them, but the artists, dude, like seeing tattoo artists like get down, like the methods, the processes themselves, and just watching them piece it together. Here's the thing, it's just watching it all come together. We see a guy walk in there behind us with a naked arm. The guy's walking in front of us as we leave with an arm that's completely decorated. I mean, he sat for a 7 or 8 hour session. That's a long time. I couldn't even have 45 minutes. I was like, man, I was looking at her the whole time like we're about to finish. I can't wait. I was I didn't I feel I don't like it.
Dude, here's the thing: is I love the whole process. My buddy, my boy in Las Cruces, New Mexico, Milo. He's taken over my tattoos on my body, which I absolutely appreciate. He's a very good artist. He tattoos at Culture Custom Tattoo in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Shout out.
Uh, um, but yeah, his process is absolutely amazing to watch. Like he'll drop what he needs to draw. He'll do what he needs to do. Gets the layout of it, throws it on, and then just starts going. And he has to set everything up. Gets his paper towels. Gets his A&D, his everything. And just goes for it. What's interesting about those tattoo artists, they're not just tattoo artists, they're also like almost doctors at a point too. If you're bleeding too much, or if you can't, if their like ink is not taking to your skin, they have to stop. They have to
They
stop
gotta
and
know what
tell
to call
you,
it.
yeah, like that's that's not just easy just to do. That's not easy just to pick up and be like, oh, I'm just gonna draw on you and I'm done. No, like you have to know what you're doing. If not, ink's not gonna set well. It's not gonna come out how you want it. There's just a lot of stuff, a lot of science really behind it. Those people are very intelligent, man. I'm really impressed by their knowledge of the skin. Like the skin is what's so crazy. Like people who get like their tongue tattooed, their inside of their gums, like there's a
Oh,
certain there's a
fuck. Tell
certain
me about
there's
it,
a
dog.
certain way you have to tattoo those people. And if you hit like a nerve, or if you hit a something, you can lose feeling there. And those people are going so careful around those places that they're not going to hurt you. So yeah, it hurts a lot. But like when I was doing my right arm, I have quite a bit on my right arm. I probably stopped paying attention, or it didn't hurt anymore probably after like the second set of like my of my music notes on here because it my arm just went numb. You know, like your arm goes numb and you just stop feeling everything.
You just
Uh,
forgot that was going on.
you start forgetting about it. You know, and unfortunately, you probably didn't feel you probably didn't get to that point where you just stopped caring or your body just stopped caring. You know, it's just kind of like, fuck, this still hurts. Fuck, this still hurts. Fuck, this still hurts. But you know, once you get one, and I'll be the first to say it, and it sounds like you're not on board, but as soon as you first get one, they're hard to not get another one. They really are.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. This is the second tattoo that I have. The very first one that I have is, just my last name. But am I gonna get some added on? Yeah, I sure am. Just not gonna be right away. I'm not a fan of it right away. No, but really,
Do you
just
remember me? Do you remember me with no right arm tattoo?
I remember you had one, didn't you,
Yeah, I had the
on your
Nike
right arm?
tattoo. I had the
That's
Nike
all you
tattoo.
had on
Yeah,
your right arm when I met you.
when you first met me.
Yeah, and then now you have. Yeah, that was the one that you had when I met you. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
You were naked.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, just like all over the place. Do you remember
Now you're
this
all
one? Do you
over it.
remember when I got this one?
I do. We got it. Oh, we got it at that fucking like Phil got that one like a backdoor fucking
No,
fucking
remember you were like you dropped me off. You're like I'll be back, and I was like all right. So you leave and you come back, and me and this lady, the AC broke while the tattoo was going, and you come in and I'm fucking sweating. I'm sweating bullets, and this chick is sweating too because it's fucking hot in Las Cruces at this time. And Pete comes up to me, he's like, "You doing all right?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine, man." And I'm just like beating sweat, just dying full of sweat. He's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm fine." And he's like, "Okay." Like he kept asking me, like, "Am I okay?" And this poor lady, she was just like maybe a buck 20 blonde chick who tattoos, you know, just fucking sweating it out with me. We're just tattooing, you know, and she's doing my last name on my arm. And it was crazy. It was a good experience. The reason I say it was a good experience is just because it was like me and her were in it together. You know, like we were gonna finish this tattoo together. And I just remember coming out, and you were just like, that took a while. I was like, well, first off, we were good, and then the fucking AC went out, and then we had to like move around and like do all sorts. It was a lot. It was a process. Normally, this tattoo right here probably should have took about 20 minutes, maybe,
30
maybe,
minutes, 20, 30 minutes.
maybe, but it took like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
Let me just really quick, and it's the light version. He gave you the light version, which is his version. Like I said, he stuck it out with her. That's his take on it. But when I walked into that motherfucker, guys, it was fucking buggy, musky. Not only was it in the summertime, when I walked in, there was fucking fog on the windows. That goes to tell you how fucking hot it was in that motherfucker. It was Phil sweating bullets. She got a V of sweat coming down a little spaghetti strap. I'm like, oh god damn, Phil's getting tattooed by a meth head. Bless her heart. Nah, she wasn't a meth head. She toughed it out. She fucking gave it to Philip, sure enough, and we got the fuck out of there. I came out of there sweating tits like a motherfucker. It was hot.
It
And
was
Phil toughed
hot.
it out. Phil fucking toughed it out. But that's just tattoo artists, man. When they get a chance to do it, they gotta do it. When you get the chance to ink to make the money, you gotta do it. Bills gotta get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Got to get paid. Because you know
Um,
the tattoo life is hard, man. Like either you have your own shop or you're renting a chair at a shop and you're paying rent on that section of the shop. And
and both.
you got to pay those rental bills. You know what I mean? So you got to pay rent, then you got to pay rent at your house, then you got to pay, you know. So like anybody who's listening, make sure and tip your tattoo artists. Make sure and pay your tattoo artists. They are phenomenal people. I love them all. Milo, love you, man.
Damn, straight up.
Sounds like
Straight
your
up,
niece
shout
is
out.
the shit too.
Yeah. Speaking of local people, man, I want to talk. Let me, you know what? Let me go ahead and send that to you real quick. I should have already sent it to you. Um, that whole situation, the car crash that I was talking about that happened a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
Girl,
yeah.
let's go to Las Cruces police department's page really quick. See what we can find. Well, really quick. While I'm pulling that up, I'll explain of what I know what happened, and we'll go from there. So a couple of weeks ago, there was an accident. There was involved an 18 or 19-year-old kid, if I'm right. Um, he died off of Highway 70. Now the reason he had passed was he went to go pick up a relative who had contacted him because he was too intoxicated to drive. So I'm sending this over to Philip right now. So y'all just bear with me. I'll continue the story here. What?
Bum, 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 bum.
Sick it, dun dun dun. Straight read. So Phil's gonna go ahead and read that, and he'll give you names because I'm gonna just say cat and all that bullshit. Um, but yeah, so basically what happened is an older cat called, younger cousin to come pick him up, follow him home because he was too intoxicated to drive, or he had too much to drink. Cousin Win said, "All right," so he went, met him off an exit. Cousin came in boiling hot off that exit, ran right into his cousin, ran right into his cousin. He got out of his the vehicle that younger cousin was sitting in. That vehicle was just. I'll talk to you and tell you what I was told by the person who took that call. But cousin got out that hit him. He booked it. He was drunk. He booked it, and this is his cousin. This shit happened to him. This kid died. That's the guy who ran. That was the older cat. But he hit his cousin, man. He was going too quick, got off the exit, hit his own cousin waiting for him. Well, that cat ran. He ran to Carl's Jr., and then a Starbucks employee saw him running a Carl's Jr., and that's when dad called the cops and said, "Yo, this dude's fucking barefoot. He ran into Carl's Jr. What the fuck is going on?" The cops get over, and then they fucking connect it. He was the driver of that vehicle. But Phil, you got to think about this, man. Like, when I sat and I heard about this, 2-3 weeks ago, you have the date there. What was the date that happened?
This was young man was killed in Saturday's morning's crash. This was February 10th when this was posted.
Two
So
weeks ago.
February 10th. So this was February 8th when this happened.
February 8th is when this happened. Which, I sit back and ask myself, man, like, this kid left to go do a good deed and was taken out by that deed while he was doing. And Manny, we've had Manny on the podcast before, and I know Manny's gonna watch this, thank
Do
you
we
so
need?
much for
Are we
sharing.
allowed to even say his name?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, there's nothing private of what's being said. I mean, it's all out there for the public, or
Cool.
everybody who was there knew, because this is straight from first aid, from firefighters. But when they started putting out that fire, brother, they didn't even know that somebody was in that vehicle. They just thought it was a car crash and somebody booked it. It wasn't until they pulled out the fire they found out there was a body inside.
So he picked this kid up and drove with him,
No,
or he
he was
was just
waiting
chilling
off
on
an
the
exit.
side.
He
Also,
was
he was
waiting
like
off an
underneath
exit.
the car. He was like underneath the car, probably.
No, he wasn't underneath the car. He was off an exit, so Highway 70, just like you're off an
Yeah,
exit off an
yeah,
interstate.
yeah.
So I guess he was just parked off a parking right off the exit, and cousin came in steaming off the exit because that was his exit to meet his cousin, but came in hot and hit cousin that was parked. Cousin was parked
Oh, hit
in his
the other
vehicle.
car.
Yeah,
Oh
he hit his cousin.
shit.
Yeah, he was gonna follow his cousin home, which I don't know how it really would have worked because I believe the cousin lived more on the outskirts of town. But yeah, little cousin was gonna follow big cousin home, And little cousin was parked at the exit, just sitting there waiting. And big cousin came in, getting off the right exit, but just came in too hot and ran into little cousin. And they didn't even know he was in there until they put out the fire. They ran into him. He was steaming so hot, brother. The kid's knees were on top of his shoulders. It was folded in
Damn.
half.
So he was just wow.
The left,
Wow.
if I'm right, they said the driver's side front tire was well past the back seat.
Jeez, so did the other car impact something else, or was it just this car hit him straight head on?
He must have hit him head on, maybe because of how cousin was parked. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh
You know,
wow.
but um, but yeah, that's and to think of something like that happening. Taken out by the good deed. I don't want to phrase it like that, but
But it's true
you know,
though. It was a good deed. This other person, what was it? Luis Alberto Mendez was trying to help his cousin Aldolfo, like get him home. Like, hey, I want to get you home. And dummy comes in fucking heated in a car and pretty much uses a weapon to kill him. And they're charging him as such. To be honest, they're charging him as such because charged with multiple felonies, including vehicular homicide. Like you failing to report a crime. Are you failing to report an accident? Him running away, him doing all this stuff, killing somebody. There's a lot of stuff that this person is now going to pay for, probably for the rest of his life. Um, I I'm very sad by this. This is really sad, especially that this young man was trying to help his family member get home. Um, yeah,
it is.
this is really
It
tough.
left me. It definitely left me speechless. When I said and think about it, when I initially thought about it, I was left speechless. Because like I said, I mean, the kid was just helping out his older cousin. What I wouldn't have given when I was a cat, to be called by my older cousin, like, "Hey man, come fucking follow me." If I got that from one of my older cousins, like, "Hey, come get me home, motherfucker. I'm drunk. Get your fucking ass over here and pick me up." I'd have been fucking flattered. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, they called me. Like, I'm gonna go pick up my big cousin. That's how I am. That's how I would have taken it. And to be taken out by that, the deed is just, may he rest easy. May that family just, may they find peace with the hard time that they're
There's going to
going
be a
through.
lot of mental rehab going through this.
I mean, you have to
Not
think
just
about that,
not
though.
just
It's just
for not just for the family, but for this young man who caused this accident and who ran, because now he has to come to terms that he killed somebody who was trying to help him, and then he just made it worse for himself. Um, and then now his whole family is just
and
destroyed.
on top of that, they're related. That's the big one. That's blood.
And
That's what
that's
makes it so much harder. I always wish rehabilitation upon everybody, because that's just what we need as people. He will rehabilitate in some way, shape, or form. I hope his maker helps him get there. But God, it is rough. It makes it so hard when there's family involved, and then that it's a family situation. How bad does this affect the family? That's one of the big things to ask ourselves. Those of us with big families, if you have a big family, think about how that would affect your family. You know, that's the hard one.
how as a family member, how could you forgive somebody? You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have to go talk to this young man and say, I forgive you for killing my son, but I still love you because you're my family. Like, that's hard. That's hard. That's really hard. If you think about it. Like, you killed my family. You're supposed to be my blood, my everything, like family comes first type of thing, and you're telling this person like, I hope you died
No,
too
it's
almost. You
hard,
know what I
man.
mean? Like it's
You
hard
know,
to
and
think about. It's really hard to think about.
just a rough one. You know, the concept itself, just because alcohol itself, and the only reason I don't want to say I get shaken up about it is just if you think about it, alcohol itself is so it's just out there, like it's not a problem. You know what I mean? It's just out there. You know, so and it obviously shows that it's a problem. And I don't know. I'm gonna stop ranting on that because I don't want to be sad. I want to put an up marking, uprising in this really quick. The NFL, THC use,
Yes.
Zang.
That was literally so. If everyone doesn't know, the NFL just approved the usage of THC in the NFL. Um, so I'm hoping it's going to be helpful for these players to actually be able to rehab utilizing THC versus utilizing like other drugs or painkillers or anything like that. I just hope that the players who have been ridiculed for utilizing marijuana already will be kind of like taken care of in a different way of like, all right, we understand this is why you used it. You're no longer suspended or whatnot. Let's get you back in this NFL and get you some playing time. People like Martavis Bryant, Josh
David Irving,
Gordon.
the
Josh
Cowboys.
Gordon. Josh Gordon was a big one. Irving, another big one. All these players that smoked marijuana. Now should not be held accountable for those. And kind of like what they've done for people who have had marijuana convictions. They release them. They kind of say you're good. Please don't be hope you're not going to start going moving pot. You know what I mean? I just hope again, it goes back to rehabilitation of now the mind. You've been told you're a drug addict, you're a drug addict, you're a drug addict, but no, they were utilizing a plant to help them feel better. And now they're not considered a drug addict anymore. Which I absolutely agree with, and I'm so happy the NFL decided to do that. Which is interesting is me and you talked about this, where the MLB is okay with it, the NHL doesn't even test for it, and now the NFL has stepped up their game and approved the usage of it, which I'm really happy for the players in the NFL.
No, I'm definitely that's that's what excuse me. That's what I'm pumped for. Like I said, I had mentioned David Irving just because he had finally left the Cowboys, and he was such a great player for the few games that he played. After being hurt, then being popped for cannabis multiple times. It's just like you said. It's Josh Gordon too. It's just awesome to hear, like you said. And I hope it plays. I This is a positive. This is positive for the movement. This is what the movement needs. You know what I'm saying? So um, that was a good. Um, that was a good thing, for sports. So, hey, really quick, and speaking about sports, yo, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury this weekend. Tell me, Phil.
So I
Talk to
was
me.
actually I only reason I watched it was because I thought you would have been watching it.
Mhm.
And I told you this whenever I FaceTimed you. Hey, are you watching it? Do you have a link? Are you good? Blah, blah, blah. And you weren't. And that's fine. I'm glad you're with your fam. But I was glad I was able to share what I was able to share with you while we had our
You helped a lot.
conversation. But yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing to see the man who everyone thought was not going to do very well. He did very very well. Tyson Fury is a big motivation to probably any normal Joe out there that if you believe it, it is possible. That guy was very very amazing to watch, especially coming from somebody who was so high on themselves, Wilder, telling people that he would have knocked out Mike Tyson and all that stuff. Like, dude, if you ever seen Mike Tyson hit somebody,
Dude, yeah, Mike Tyson. Tell me about it. I'm a,
Wilder couldn't even throw a punch, bro. Like
he'd
Tyson would
sneak
knock
in
that
too
fool
quick.
out.
He would have snuck in too quick. But no, I mean, like I had said before, it worked out in my favor. before the fight started, I told my cousin Alvin, like I said on the for weeks, I love to see Tyson Fury win, but I believe Deontay Wilder's gonna win. Um, and it worked out. Well, it worked out in the sense that Tyson Fury won. And to see on how they had stopped the fight, they stopped the fight. It was stopped the fight by his corner. And that's what everybody does need to realize. It was stopped by his corner, and they threw in the towel. Busted eardrum, maybe. I haven't really read into it of what was exactly going on with him, but I know he was bleeding from the ear pretty good. So yeah,
Let me see. Let me see
but
what it, it,
I'm
it
glad
says.
Tyson Fury won. And Tyson Fury, man, I love him, man, but that guy can't sing for shit. You know what I mean? He can't.
So they said, let's see.
I don't know what you mean by. I
Oh,
said, let's see.
whoa! Don't talk to me.
Don't
Let's
talk
see.
to me.
Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. So it looks like here it just said that he hurt something inside his ear. They're not giving us an exact what exactly was hurt. He did get a couple stitches in his ear afterwards. They're saying that's probably why he was wobbling. It was affecting his equilibrium. Nah, dude, he's wobbling because Tyson Fury knocked that fool out. He knocked him down pretty aggressively a couple times. Um, After a while, man, like I don't know. I think me and you talked Pete a while ago where that boxer he died the following day from head punches. Like I think the corner respectfully had to throw in that towel because
Oh
you're
no,
not
no.
oh, he can do it, he can do it. No, you're thinking about his tomorrow. Is he gonna wake up tomorrow?
No, 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 I'm with you. I mean, that's why good trainers are where they are, you know. And the one with the cat that died a few months ago. Yeah, he died a few days later after the brain surgery. He just didn't pull through. And that's so I don't think Deontay Wilder could have taken more of that because Tyson Fury put it to him. And you look at Tyson Fury. If you were to see Tyson Fury out somewhere, I'm sorry, but I don't think Tyson Fury looks like a boxer. He moves like one. He moves like one, like a son of a gun. But if you were just to look at him, he doesn't look like a boxer.
He looked like your normal milkman or
Like an
garbage truck.
Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
He looked like Uncle Joe, man. But I love it. He's a real big motivation because guy almost killed himself. Guy used to weigh over 400 pounds. After he won the title and retired, he was like, I'm just gonna drink lagers, go all the way up to 400 pounds. And he's like, I'm gonna just get back to it. I don't want to kill myself no more and stop doing drugs and find the light. And it was all amazing. It was all amazing to hear. Then to see him win against Deontay Wilder, man, because that's like literally the biggest one right there. Is him against Deontay Wilder. Let's just see what happens now. See who takes.
Did you see what Tyson Fury did with his purse?
Oh no! What did he donate it again?
He donated it and paid for all the homeless people in his area. He
Oh
bought him
really?
like, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, man. That guy's beyond humble. He donated it from the last two fights. I think he's donated it. So that's awesome to see. At least he's making a difference. Not only motivational wise, but shit, helping out the community. That's always good to see.
Very good to see. Very appreciative.
Before
I'm
we
glad I was able to watch it.
before we end it, because we're gonna put it to a wrap, because I got some things to do, dude. I got a rotisserie chicken we're gonna tear into. That's really what it is. And I don't know why the dog upstairs is going nuts. I really don't know what the fuck's going on up there. But I did want to say one thing. I definitely don't want to leave on any kind of down or anything, but I just wanted to give a shout out really quick. There's somebody who's real special to my family. Um, Her name's Eleni. Eleni Adame is her name now, and I know you're gonna watch this later on because I'm gonna tell you to watch it later on, but not right now. You lost your mother a little bit earlier today. My condolences to you. Eleni was there with us literally every step of the way when mom passed. She's been around with us since we were cats. You know what I'm saying? So I know what you're going through, and I'm not gonna tell you what to through. All I'm gonna tell you is that you're gonna get through it. That's it. You get through it. The only way you don't get through it is if you're not like alive, but you'll get through it. I still get through it with this guy. That's why we do this. That's why I love him so much. This helps me a lot. So it helps me still get through it. And the good that it helps me remember the good times. Otherwise, because I don't think if I had this, I'd remember the good times for sure. But I think I'd be more sad, so I don't know. Find your peace. You'll eventually. We all do. But I just want to tell you that and say we're on your side and our condolences goes out to you.
Yes.
So, Elaine
Much love.
Adame, we love you.
Love you.
Love you. My show's on Friday. This next one, I got something planned for Friday. Can't wait. Boom. Can't wait. Friday.
My Wednesday, Underground with Phil, 3 to 4 on the 5radioxl.com. We got a good show for us this week on Wednesday. Peach is showing his all subs water because I know he probably has a chuck wagon somewhere.
Dude, I ate a total of 7 chuck wagons.
Fucking hate you.
Yeah.
But everybody, this was another great conversation with Phil and Pete. Thank you for tuning in. You are the staff. We always want to know where the staff is. So if you are wanting to be part of the staff, always join us. We're always here. We're always down for a good conversation. My name is Phil. Fuck Phil. This is Pete over here. Fat Fishing on all his social medias. Again, shout out to our sponsors for the show, Raw Papers and Coleman Gas. So thank you. Love you all. We out.
Coleman's
Peace.
on right now. We out. Peace.